Alright, so this was not something that I was expecting to do at the moment. I'm going to turn the music down just a smidge here. We're doing a Galaxy Gallery after a game, which is not at all what I usually do, but I don't know. This is something that I mentioned that I was working on. It does have a deadline, and my wrists are feeling like a little bit okay. So, yeah. This is like, I mentioned this earlier, that like this is probably going to be the last thing that I draw with the trackpad. And gotta be honest, kind of eager to get over that hump sooner rather than later. Even though I have quite a bit of time until the 14th. But yeah, I don't know. I finished up the line art for this today, earlier. And I thought that it would be cool to keep working on it, because I'm liking where it's going. So, well, maybe I didn't finish the line art, actually. Because I need to, oh shit, I'm gonna lock this, actually. Okay. There's like, there's a lot of line art nearby, so I'm like destroying a lot of this in the process. But it's gotta happen. Also, I'm just kind of going off my BRB music selection, so if you have, because I wasn't prepared for this, but if you have any music suggestions, let me know. Just like a soundtrack to put on. Because if not, I can and will fuck with the Pathless. Have I done a Galaxy Gallery with that on? If not, I should, because my god. I know I've talked a lot about listening to that on my own time, and I've done quite a lot of listening to it on my own time, but I don't know if I can ever truly say it'll be out of my system, you know? Okay. I feel like there was one more thing that I was... Yeah, this. There's like something like this that his armor does, and I kind of skipped that step. So let me actually look up a reference. I'm actually like really good at drawing Corrin just like from memory. This is the one area where I'm still a little foggy on. So Fire Emblem Corrin, and hopefully not too many pictures of the girl one show up. Oh shit, Scruffy? Yo? This is already from like 2 years ago, damn. Speaking of, I have got to do Galaxy sometime. My god. Okay, let's see. Oh? Oh. Okay, I think I get it. So it goes like... Actually, everything below like kind of the sash zone is done with the mirror brush. So let me get this done in the selection. That's actually something though that I've been like kind of conflicted on as is as far as playing Galaxy. Like obviously I will, but just like with where I am in the stream schedule, I feel like this is one of the lesser justified Wii U to Switch ports, but I'm really looking at the 3D World plus Bowser's Fury. I'm really thinking I might want to do a stream of that. Because it's got the online co-op, I might be able to get that together with a friend, that'd be really fun. Of course I want to check out the new mode. And I think that was during the Bad Mike days, so that'd be another great one to revisit, I feel like. It's tempting, to say the least. Okay. This is what's so frustrating, is that I feel like nobody who draws Corrin, even in like the official artwork, can fucking agree how his armor is like supposed to work in his midsection. I feel like there's a lot of like disagreements on what the back of his armor looks like as well, but I prefer to like hold the Smash / Kozaki illustrations as like the highest, I don't know. I treat them as like the most official out of the different kinds of official artwork there is. Like looking back and forth. This makes no fucking sense. Wait, yes it does. There are lines that come out of this, but they go like this instead. And then it comes down like that. Oh, I need to expand the selection though. And then this kind of inner bit is like a different shade of gray than the rest of the armor. Just little shit like that I kind of missed out on. Okay, and that's just kind of not included, so I can leave what I have there. Arms are okay, that's okay. Yeah, a lot of this is just kind of obscured as is, so I don't think I need to worry about it too much. Yeah, that looks good. I think I'm ready to start coloring, I'm pretty sure. I think, though, that I am going to start with the eye shading. Let's have a look at that. Boy, going through my PSDs is kind of a fucking landmine because I don't know which ones have penises all over them. Keaton 78. This is actually, this says Keston. This is Keston 78. Love this section. I still remember this, even though I like haven't listened to it in years. You, I can steal from you. Whoa. There we go. Just get some flats on that. Yeah, because I already have like the line art for it ready to go, so I feel like coloring it in would be like a really just nice first thing to do. And I always find that like applying the I gotta turn off the mirror brush. Applying extra shit like this to the face always makes like the biggest immediate difference. So I think it'll be nice to lead with that, you know? Oh, whoops. Ooh, okay. Yeah, the resolution of this is like very different. I kind of like wanted to give this like an aspect ratio where I could kind of use it as a lock screen. So that's what this is. I kind of like made sure that like the elements would like all fit and nothing would be obscured if I did it in such a way. The Twitter crop of this is going to be fucking miserable though, I can guarantee you that. Because it's going to be like just a tiny little section like that. And it'll probably be like the wrong part of the body, like not even the face, you know? It's gonna drive me insane. Speaking of posting art though, Pillow Fort finally went live, like out of its beta, or I think it's still in beta, but like not like a paid access beta, just kind of, you can join them and you're good. But that has actually gone like very, 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 very badly. Have you guys heard about this? Because I'll fill you in if that's the case. Twitter crop destroys all art. It's just kind of true. It's just the way it is. I know there's like some kind of trick you can do where you can like make a manual crop, but I forget like what it is. Oh shit. This is like not the It's Porter BRB playlist. This is just like, yeah, I guess this is the music that I was using as BRB stuff in 2018. This is nice though. Poor It's puts all this effort into like making this shit for me to use, and I just don't even use it in a moment like this. Hell yeah, I'm down for a little bit of Klonoa, why not? I actually, I was hanging out with Max, and they have this really big backlog of just like games that they want to play but haven't, and Klonoa was on that list. And for the longest time, I was like, oh, Max, you should probably play Klonoa. But they never did. But in the past couple of weeks, they finally did. And they liked it. And they played the PS1 version. And what I found really interesting was, God, that so much shit in that game hits so much harder in the PS1 version than it does in the Wii version. Just the visuals and the voice acting I feel like are a lot better in that one. But long story short, once Max got to the ending, I cried so hard I almost fucking threw up. Let's see. I'll pop this on. It's a little bit funny. Plumber's log number 542. Luigi and I went into the Fire Emblem world. Whoa! Holy shit, Luigi, is that Corrin? I think it is, Mario. I don't think we're very welcome here. If Keaton and Corrin had to fight to the death, who do you cheer for, Griffin? Don't say shit like that. I assume it's usually the new social media problem. Well, I feel like if I assume what you mean by that, Femi, is that like there's just not enough of like a user base, and so there's kind of like that vicious cycle of like not enough people use it, so not enough people join it, and it goes back and forth like that until it like dies. But actually, no, believe it or not. What do you mean plumber's log? In the Mario Brothers Super Show, they open every episode with a plumber's log, and Mario narrates where they are in their adventure because they always start it. There's like a word for this in like writing where they just like kind of start a story in the middle of the action. Anyways, it's like that. But yeah, it turns out that Pillowfort has like a shit ton of security problems, like really, really stupid ones that make Tumblr look like it's operated by geniuses. Like there was shit where you could just like put some, yeah. If you want to like log out of Pillowfort, for example, it's the URL that you would be directed to is like pillowfort.com or whatever. I don't think it's .com actually, but like /logout. But if you like embedded an image that like had that in it, or like your username was log out, then it like even just like if you're scrolling on your dash and you come across that post, you would be logged out. Just a lot of like stupid little holes like that, and a lot more serious ones too. So they like literally just shut down the entire website to address all these security holes that people were finding now that the website was live. And I think just today they put it back up in read-only mode, but there's still like you can't like do anything on the website. LMAO, I'm reading about it. Yeah. If you can like find like more specific examples of like the holes people found, that would be helpful though, because like I'm kind of blanking on what specifically the problems were, but just like a lot of like technical holes like that, you know. I'll actually kind of grab the colors while I'm here. Actually, I need to make the rest of the eyes visible so it doesn't look so freaky. You know, I kind of put this on ironically at first. But I mean, you can't go wrong with some Mario 2 music. Wait a second. I gotta close. Speaking of holes to be closed, some of this stuff is fucking stuff I got caught with when working on my own shit. Yeah, I'll just kind of try to have this follow the same line, maybe. And just kind of squiggle it down there. And hopefully nobody will notice. But that way the skin does not become the hair. There we go. Like WebDev 101, validate and sanitize your fucking inputs. Jesus fucking Christ. I'm kind of glad I brought this. Like, I could not have like any better perspective on this right now, Femi. Yeah, I mean, I hope it does well still, but like, this is the worst possible start that they could have. Because there still really hasn't been anybody else who's like tried to respond to the Tumblr disaster of 2018. Like, the kinds of spaces like that are just gone now. And it's a shame that they are, and, you know, Pillow Fort was, like, on the job as soon as it happened, and it took them, like, 2 or 3 years. Oh my god, the Tumblr purge was, like, 2 or 3 years ago now. They were just, like, on that shit immediately, and they were working on it for a long time. So, if the situation does happen where, you know, Pillow Fort just isn't the one, and they die, like, who else? It's gonna take even more time to get to the point that they were at launch. This is probably one of the worst ways a launch could go. Oh, Cyveria, let's go. Yeah, lacking basic functionality, having to immediately shut down the site. And, like, I've been seeing a lot of Twitter posts where, like, people just don't trust it now, which is entirely fair. Though they insist that no, like, serious security breaches have happened. Just that, like, people pointed out the holes before they could be taken advantage of. Because input validation definitely falls under basic functionality. Griffin, hypothetical AU. You live with Keaton, let's say. I'm listening. Are you better at chores and domestic house stuff and chores than him? What are, like, some conservative wife posts? You know what I mean? Like, actually, I love being a housewife and doing the chores. I take care of my man. Because that's what I am like with Keaton. It's a good question. Somebody needs to step up, and it's not clear who will or really can. Yeah, because even before Pillow Fort had the paid beta, which, boy, don't I feel like a sucker for giving them $5, it was something that they were working on just, like, behind, like, they had a lot of, like, work done ahead of time. I think this is something that they were really well positioned for, and it's so heartbreaking to see it be fumbled like this. I wish there were better art sites. Twitter's alright, but it's not for artists. I'm too scared to make a DeviantArt. Art theft is rampant there. Is it? I always go back and forth over whether or not I want to make a Newgrounds. I think I used to, and then I got rid of it. And I rejoined just so I can squat on the username. But I don't know. I guess I have animated stuff, but I feel like out of all the art sites, I just don't think gay people are very welcome on Newgrounds. Twitter isn't viable at all. Yeah, shit gets buried so quickly, and like that Tumblr tagging system. It's kind of falling apart now, but there was a time where you could just fucking find shit, and it was beautiful. This is the sort of thing that makes me go, so is the entire dev team like amateurs? I mean, when they were doing like some of their hiring that I applied for, like, yeah, they were looking for some pretty entry-level stuff. Although I since learned that the resume that I sent to Pillow Fort, I didn't know some of my wording, and I think I said I had a GED because I thought that meant a general education diploma, as in you graduated from high school. As it turns out, that's not what that means. It means that I told them that I didn't graduate from high school. What I should have said is high school diploma. I did not say that when applying. So, oops! Like, I really think anyone with like a year of professional experience should see this shit a mile away. I miss reblogging aesthetic posts. I've seen some nostalgia for reblogging aesthetic posts going around recently. Like with like wearing some shoes and putting the shoes in the pools. Like, this is a Tumblr aesthetic. Griffin, we should talk about the tall vampire lady from Resident Evil. Should we? I think of all the things that like straight people on Twitter have been horny for in like a while, like this isn't so bad. I can give straight people a thumbs up from afar, but I think for obvious reasons, it's kind of just not for me. God, Cyberia do be a bit of a banger, though. It's not just the straights that like the vampire, to be fair. That's true. That's doubly valid. I give 2 thumbs up to lesbians. Isn't she, like, canonically 9'6"? Oh, God! And I just finished making Keaton taller to 8 feet! Let me just, turn all these layers back on real quick. Just, you know, just fucking, just, like, merge this shit, and then, like, just kind of, just grab this shit, you know, and then just, like, fucking, and then you just, and then you wanted to do you so bad you could do anything, and then you circled it, and then you, then just this and that, and then, just kind of do that real quick. Oh, the line art isn't in this layer. And then you just kind of... there you go. He's got a front row seat. Just kind of enjoying himself. Oh, God. Okay, so cut, and then paste, and then new layer, and then now I can erase separately. So then I'll stick him in there, and then I'll do this, and then, and there you go. What now, Resident Evil fans? I'd like to see you try and top that. I'm getting the fuck out of here. Is he a brooch now? Also, that is the end of my, like, 2018 era BRB music playlist. So, what else we got here? Oh, shit, you know what I gotta get the fucking Magic Pen Gel OST. Have you guys heard of Magic Pen Gel, The Quest for Color? We're putting this shit on right now. Speaking of watching Max play games, oh shit, I actually turn this down a lot more. I've been watching Max play some other games, just like, you know, they'll be like playing something, and they'll be screen sharing it on Discord. We'll just kind of hang out in group chat and watch. I can turn it up a little bit more than this. No, it's actually still pretty fucking loud. That's a good level. That's a good level? Oh, I still have this open. Get out of here. Get out of here. Beach ball? Thank you. But yeah, I had never heard of this until like the other day. And like, it's actually one of the most insane things that I've seen in my life, this game. And it has the energy of something that I would really, really, really want to stream. But there's only seeing that game once, so I don't know. Okay, listen, I do not mean to enable the macro fans in chat, please. Please, Togepi! But yeah, it's made by what is it, Taiko? It's the people who did like Pocky and Rocky, like Space Invaders and shit. And it's a PS2 game, and it kind of plays like Pokemon, except you draw the Pokemon with very similar tools to like Amazing Island, which I did stream. It's like your 6 Pokemon are like 6 drawings, like doodles that you make. It's got a really fucking crazy story. The music is really good. The gameplay is terrible, but like the character designs were done by Studio Ghibli. They worked with fucking Gainax on this game. Like, There's a lot of talent that went into it. Like, nobody's ever heard of it, but it's, like, crazy. I think, yeah. Let me get rid of this, actually. Well, I can just open a third thing, but I don't think I have, like, his gloves. Any colors for that in here? So, probably whatever came before would be pretty good. Oh, please, please, please don't have a penis. I'll go to the mouse pad, actually. I'm so scared of penis. This one's gonna take a long time to open, though, because I went crazy with the mouse pad drawing. And there it is. As long as you have enough boobies. I'm gonna be honest, now that I have like a physical one of these, it actually is nice for my wrist. Like before, I thought that like, oh, this would be like a nice like gag thing to have, but it's just like actually really nice on my wrists. Okay, what did that freeze that way? This music is fucking gorgeous. This I'm turning up. Let's see, yeah, I want to get the arms. By the time we get to the end of this score, your lives will have changed. Yeah, wrist support makes a huge difference, as well as a new chair, hopefully. Yeah, I'll take a look at the Amazon Basic stuff, if that's back up. I like cut a hole in this. Gotta bust out the scissors. I'm wondering if like, I'll kind of open up this top half like this. Like if I should like make kind of his lower eyelid up a little bit like that. Or like open like this. Kind of feel like doing it like this is like a little more expressive. Yeah, sorry Austin Wintry, move over. I'm all about Magic Pen Gel, the quest for color now. And it turns out they made like a mobile sequel to this too, where you can like draw with like an Apple Pencil and shit. And it's like a bit more Pokemon-y, which is cool that like this is an idea that we're still pursuing, just I wish it did well. What the final version of that will look like. And I want to see one more time what just like regular open would look like. I think both look cute, it's just that like which one, you know, I gotta make a choice here. Kind of liking the upwards curve. Maybe not as extreme as I had it before, but yeah, this is nice. Yeah. I think that's cute. Oh shit. Oops. What about this one too? Let's see. But I don't have any Corrin armor references in here. Can I just like turn the hair layer back on here? I just like to look at it because like I don't know how much of this detail does come out in the mouse pad. You can kind of see some of it, especially in the grass, but hair not so much. I really feel like I should have waited a few months on making this though. I feel like the face could have been slightly better. Okay, so I need to get a Corrin. One that does not have a penis, which is going to be very difficult. No, this is Norian armor. Oh, this is a good reference for flats, actually. This one has fluid in it. But yeah, I use like some subtractive shading stuff for this one. This is from Keat Week 2020. And I can just do that, and then boom. Oh, oops. Boom. I just have the flats, just like that. There you go, no blood. There we go. Yeah, this is like why I even entertained doing a Galaxy Gallery at all, given like the situation with my wrist, because like it's dusty here at my desk. Like I just haven't been here in a while. And probably driving myself more into bed is not exactly the solution to my wrist health, but you know, does keep me out of this fucking chair. But yeah, drawing at my desk is like a lot nicer on my wrists than drawing in bed, but I just have not been brought to my desk for the last little while, so I think it'll be fine. I'm still feeling pretty okay, although famous last words, I'm sure. I don't know, it just sucks that I'm like in a situation where like I want to draw but I can't, but I think like this is like the one thing. Like at least I'll be able to like, I can't draw and also I don't want to, and then I'll be fine. I don't know, I said earlier that like I was kind of looking forward to having this January hiatus and like, oh, you know, I wonder what I'll be able to do with all this free time. Now I know the answer, which is horribly mangle myself, threaten my health and my livelihood, and achieve little of consequence. Because boy, that infinite shit, I don't know how I feel about like the reception to that. Because I guess it's like brought over more new people than would otherwise be stumbling across my art for sure. But I feel like my regular audience just does not like that shit at all. Yeah, I just thought we could all be united by a common love of himbos, but I just suppose that is not the case. Yeah, and then this has like the rest of Keaton's outfit colors in here too, so this works. This gets the job done. Let's get some of the gold colors in here, which actually I can steal from this. And then I think there's this obviously, but then this little skirt here is also uses that same color. There we go. I think. Yeah. I have to get like all the little areas when I expand, otherwise I'm like fucked and I can't go back for them. If like I expand and I start like doing shit like this and then I realize I have the wrong one. You know what I'll also say though, I feel like I've been very dismissive every time somebody suggests Clip Studio Paint, but iPad month is like around the corner, right? So that's gonna like require me to rethink my workflow in like a couple of ways already, but I feel like it'd be a cool stream to do, just like a Griffin Get iPad stream, and I start trying out like free trials of a bunch of different shit that people have been suggesting, really shake things up, because like, is this C? Oh, C pops the hell off. Turn that up a little bit more even. But yeah, I think at least like trying it like all at once would be a lot of fun. Because like if there is any piece of software that has a feature where I don't have to do this fucking selection shit to color, and it's like, oh yeah, this is line art, we'll fill it in and not leave this awful white halo so that you're not required to do this. That would be like the biggest time saver of all time, right? Yeah, so this is like one of the battle themes, by the way. This is really good. Which is good because you tend to listen to this one a lot. Watching Max play, like, There is a lot of grinding in that game. Like, the gameplay half is so fucking unpleasant, and it's all RNG. It's Pokemon, but there's only 3 types, and there's no strategy. It's just guesswork a lot of the time. Clip Studio Paint is also on the iPad, right? I mean, without the screen thing iPads do. Do you mean Sidecar? Because Sidecar, I don't think it needs, like, explicit app support. Like, if it supports, like, Cintiq, then it'll support an iPad already, with the desktop version. But yeah, there is an iOS version. I think with that, though, the desktop version of Clip Studio Paint is a one-time payment, but the iPad version is a subscription. But I could try it, I guess. And I could also try the iOS Photoshop, actually. Because that just comes with Creative Cloud, so, like, why not? Dots. It drives me insane. Oh shit, do I have? I do have. Yeah, that is how they work, okay. I was kind of like second guessing myself, like, I don't know, is that how they are? I feel like I really do just like fucking black out when I sink myself that deep into a project, you know? Because both Key Week and the Infinite binge that I went on, I already remember very little of. Just kind of happened. The end result is there, and whatever process created it is just gone. Actually, wait, no, the bottom half of this does not poke out. Although, maybe I will make it, like, just a little bit. I think it'd be nice to, like, suggest it. So maybe something like, ooh, bring it down to 5. Just like that. Look a little bit less weird without it. God, just a gorgeous piece of music. Yeah, there we go. I'll make that all blue anyways, though. Oh, what's this one? I like The Farthest Town. Yeah, it has some, like, really pretty environments. It's, like, really early PS2. So, like, it certainly could look nicer. But I think what they do with, like, the scale is, like, really interesting. So it's, like, very low poly and the textures are, like, not so good. But, like, given those limitations, I think it looks really nice for what it is. Having that little bit there looks better than having nothing at all. Okay, so far so good. Is that? No, that's armor color. Yeah, this one just has such good vibes. Then get that gray stripe. There we go. Yeah, I don't think very much of the chest plate, if any, is going to be visible for this. I don't think I have to worry about it. God, and this fucking motif. Pay attention to this shit. There's a little opening here. I gotta go back for that. And, oh no, I've been doing it on the line art layer. How long has that been happening? Okay, I just started. Phew! That could have been a train wreck. There we go. Phew. It scared the hell out of me. I thought I was like... that's what all of this has been. Yeah, I think we're fine. I think we're fine. This would be the chest plate, but I don't think it's in the zone where, like, these side symbols show up, kind of towards the edge of it. It's too close to the center for that to matter. Although, on this side it might. Yeah, the arm kind of just, yeah, I'll have the chest plate going over that, I think. I'm trying to figure out, like if I did this, would that be better? No. No, because then that interferes with... if I do it on a new layer, I could, like, have it go like that, kind of down to, like, where the elbow is. I could. But it kind of goes further up than that. I feel like, because if this is, like, the height of the chest... It's because it's like it's kind of a top-down perspective, right? Like I try to like make a lot of this like kind of curve away like this, and then like kind of like the legs were like kind of. This was a bitch to figure out, but where would this go? That's the question. Yeah, I guess in this same vein as making like the rest kind of like being less like this and then more like this because you're looking at it from above a little bit, that it would be like more up here. So we'll try to figure out something along those lines that works. Because if this is like where it goes like that, then something like this is probably what I should be going for. So kind of at the same height as that inner line. Oh yeah, did I mention that fucking Charles Martinet is in this game? It's true. He voices like a villain, name of Marshall. See, it's interesting because here I don't think I didn't even draw the gold thingy at all. That is like a cape is affixed to. I don't know. You know what? Tried and true test. Mirror that shit. If it looks wrong, there you go. Watch, now this entire thing's gonna look wrong. face isn't as bad as I thought it would. I did agonize in the mirroring process over the rough because I feel like that's where I fuck up on the most. Yeah, I would say the chest line here looks okay, so I'll canonize it, shall we say. I am gonna have to like change a few other things though, because I think I am gonna have to like incorporate like these kind of interfacing chest arrows a little bit. It's just in a weird spot because there's like a lot of other stuff like obscuring it, right? I think, hold up. I'm gonna merge what I've got right now, but then I'm gonna make another new layer on top of that. I think it'll help a lot if I just like make a really big brush and then I go over all of this and just kind of like figure out underneath all this hidden shit, like what the silhouette of this like is. Cause it's gotta be something like that, right? Bigger brush and just kind of like, if the arrows were here, this is where they would go. So the left one would definitely be obscured, but the right one, maybe, yeah, 100. I think 100 brush is like maybe 125. 125 is perfect. Yeah, that's good. Then I can just change the transparency and be like, oh, well this is probably where these lines would go. Finding myself fiddling with that a lot more than I thought I'd be as far as the liner goes. Because the only reason I was entertaining working on this at all is because I thought the liner was like more finished. Okay, there we go. There we go. What is this that I just opened? The info tab. Oh, no. Why is that there forever now? Can I make that go away? What did I even... It was like Alt and then like something else. Oh. Whoa. Oh my god, no! It has like a little 1 next to it. What is it? Yeah? Oh, there we go. Looks like it was Option Shift that did that. It's been years and years with Photoshop, and I still stumble into this shit all the time. I remember for a long time the Q key would always throw me for a loop where like it makes a layer red and all of your brushes become red and evil and fucked up. That would like always scare me, like, oh no, what did I do? I have to ask the teacher for help. But it's just this little thing. It is a toggling standard mode and quick mask mode. I still don't know in what situation you would want to use that on purpose, but I'm sure one day it'll come to me. If only there was a mode where I could mask more quickly. And then suddenly the answer will flash before my eyes. Yeah, no, I'm really curious to figure out what the iOS version of iPad is like, because they're like, their ultimate aim is to go toe-to-toe with the desktop version, feature for feature. And I know there's like some things that they're like, they are still missing. I know early on there was like some basic shit that's like, what? They don't have that? But they've been like slowly re-adding them. So I don't know where they are now, but I guess where they are now is roughly where they'll be in a month, so hopefully for my needs it'll be enough. I think some of the stuff is like more with the photos stuff than the brush stuff, if I understand correctly, so I think I should be good for like what my needs are. But yeah, I think like the number one thing that'll be nice about working with an iPad, just like how I anticipate to use it differently, is that like it'll be so much nicer to like recline with, you know? Just like hold that shit like a sketchbook. Because a trackpad, like at a desk, sure, but it's not exactly the most ergonomic thing to recline with when it's like this, like you're holding this shape that's like, I can actually just illustrate how I fucking am. Because I'm like this. I'm like this. It's like this, right? Your hands are like this. Your wrists are like that. But with tablet, it is like this. So you're not holding onto this flat part, you're holding onto this vertical part, which I think is like more ergonomic. I would assume. I don't know. I guess I'll find out. Or I could just get a chair that would make it nice to work where I am right now, but let's try to take that one thing at a time. This fucking bass? Let's go! I feel like there's a very dastardly VeggieTales song about to come on now. There we go. Okay. Ooh. Why did I do this? I'm trying to like understand my own like line of reasoning here. Let's not color the line art now. Let me just like lock that shit. There's no reason I would ever want to do paint buckets on the line art layer. Also, I think I can just, like, do this. I think the paint bucket tool, like, still gives priority to, like, what's already been painted. So if I just, like, grab this, for example, and I drop that in there, then yeah, it doesn't, like, if you turn off the lineup there, it, like, stops where that already is. So, yeah, I guess I don't have to be as precise as I've always been, up until now, actually. That's really good. Changes a lot, actually. The outer edges aren't quite as kind, though. Still gotta be a little finessing with that. Okay. Okay, I think that's the thoughts then. Cool. Well, like I said before, I think if there's any place to start, actually, I do need to fuck with the liner. Or do I? I'm gonna relock that, and I'm gonna put the cape on its own layer, so that if I need to, like, fuck with it, it's, like, it's not, like, married to the rest of the liner, you know what I mean? But I think that also uses just, like, a brush, so I'll just kind of do that, turn rough. I need the rough layer for the cape, actually. But I'll kind of just do that, right? This is both in rough and right now, I assume at least. It's gonna be like a difficult, like, I don't know. It's tough to get like a nice shape out of this. Maybe flip that shit upside down. I don't know what I'm gonna run into here. Oh, that could be good. No, it goes way too far. Oh, I don't think it is symmetrical, actually. Okay. Yeah, it blows a little bit to the right. There's like negative space on this side, and then it kind of goes off the side here. Which I guess I want. Oh, hey, you guys want to hear something fucked up that I learned today? I learned about Markiplier's older brother. And I'm going to lead with that very vaguely to see if that, like, sets off any alarm bells in chat's minds, or if I need to expand upon this further. Although I probably will anyways, even if chat does recognize what I mean. But I just learned about that for the first time today, and, I read all of it, also with Max and the gang, and that was a crazy experience. Ooh. This is, I feel like, the #1 thing. I mean, you could say that the #1 drawback of a trackpad is, you know, the wrist pain, but, like, when you're, like, really zoomed out and you try to draw really big, broad lines and then you zoom back in, like, they can get just kind of angular or, like, jittery. I don't know. I feel like that's something that a proper stylus would solve. Like, if I, like, try to, on purpose, do something like this, and then I zoom in on, like, these lines, and I get rid of the rest of this, and just kind of solely focus on that. Then you can kind of see a little bit more of, like, what happens to the lines here. How they kind of have these, like, janky angles. Looks kind of polygonal. Fuck yes! Fuck yes! Fuck yes! There we go. Okay. Yeah, Markiplier's older brother, authored, like, the longest running furry webcomic of all time. Just ever. I feel like I do still want to mirror this. I don't know. Really pretty. Oh, yeah, I think I just might shift-click this, honestly. Because I feel like that would give me, like, more control over what I'm trying to... See, I don't know. It'd also be nice to have a workflow where I don't need to shift-click, because I feel like this also slows me down a lot. If I could just, like, finger to screen, you know, and just see exactly where I want to go. Because this is something that, like... Starting with the trackpad, I find that I have this less because, like, I'm just more used to it. But with a screenless drawing tablet, not having that one-to-one pen to the cursor kind of precision has always kind of, like, made it really hard to trace lines like this. I don't know. It's weird to think that, like, I'm this close to, like, these little annoyances that I uniquely have to deal with because I draw like a fucking madman. It's like, oh yeah, I don't have to live like this. Like, I can be free of this curse. I thought I must have, like, accidentally erased that or something. Like, if you zoom in a little bit more, it's not as bad, but, like, at higher resolutions, you zoom out further and further, the worse it gets, I feel like. It gets, like, less precise, which is kind of a huge pain in the ass. Alright, I need to, like, break this off into, like, a clean layer, too, so I can go back and forth between that and clean. I'll actually aim at body, and then group those within clean so I can separate that easily from rough. Oh yeah, you might notice some additional E inputs on the keyboard. That's right, the defective butterfly keyboard is at it again. And I know for these, the warranty that they have on the butterfly keyboards is like 4 years after purchase. And I did go to Edmonton last year to get it replaced, to get the keyboard replaced, but like, they replace it with, it's like the Joy-Con Drift where they just like replace it with another of the same kind that has the same defect. So that just kind of like reset the clock on how long it takes for the keyboard to die, but like, it's starting to give me some errors with the E key again, with some of the vowels, and it's like, oh, well, it's not 4 years anymore, so I don't know. It strikes me, I mean, this is maybe counting my, you know, chickens, but it strikes me as the sort of thing that they would replace for free, you know, on account of all the class action lawsuits. Even if I took it in after warranty. But, like, half of the problem, even if that were the case, is, like, just getting to an Apple store. Because, again, I had to, like, go so out of town, and now with the pandemic, that's going to be harder than ever, right? Just a lot of crazy shit. It is interesting, though, because, like, you know, if only there were one device that also had a nice iPad screen in a Mac experience, right? And that's kind of what Sidecar is, like, almost is, right? But, I think it's been really interesting, because Apple's, like, been very vehemently opposed to making a touchscreen Mac. And their reasoning, I think, is pretty sound. Where, like, I guess I'll just kind of doodle something out again real quick, but, like... And I can certainly, as someone who certainly is having fatigued hands, I get this, but, like, if you have a vertical surface, and you're, like, holding your arm out to it like this, they call that shit gorilla arm, because you're holding your arm out, and it's, like, it's just in the air, right? And it's gonna get tired. But if you have, like, a horizontal surface that you can, like, rest your hand on, right? That's different, which is why they put a touch surface up here and not up here. But if they're getting rid of the touch bar, I wonder if, like, that's to make way for a touchscreen Mac and they just don't believe that reasoning anymore. That makes me appreciate just being able to fix my own stuff when it breaks. Yeah, that's... With the I mean, Apple products have been, like, infamously unrepairable for, like, 100 years now. But, I'm sure you guys are familiar with, Louis Rossmann, I believe? He does a lot of repair videos on a bunch of stuff, but, he's very particularly, his Apple videos, repairing Apple products, is, like, a lot of fun to watch, because he, like, points out all this, like, stupid, like, anti-consumer shit that they do on the inside. And trying to do a keyboard replacement is actually insane on the 2016 models. Because, like, it's held in place with, like, 50 rivets. Like, you can't just, like, pop out a key, replace a new one when it starts exhibiting the butterfly issue. You have to replace the entire keyboard, right? But if you try to do that, you, like, damage it so much in the process that you can't, like, put a new one in, right? So I know what Apple does is that they just do, I think it's called like a top case replacement, which means that like everything that's not the screen, they'll just put a whole brand new one of those in there. Which in my case is nice because I also had a busted touch bar in the one that I had to send in last year. Oh shit, wrong way. I feel like I want to make the curve on this like a little bit shallower, but actually I guess if it's like a top-down view, I don't know. Maybe I would want that to be the case. I think I'll leave it as is. Had a situation where something broke that I couldn't just fix myself, and going to the store just a bit over in Cupertino was a pain. Didn't Apple just lose a suit in the EU for making their shit unrepairable? I don't know if they lost a suit, but the EU is like definitely looking into it. Same with Joy-Con Drift actually. Like, because they've gotten so many complaints about it, and like I think it's weird because I think if you're in Japan or America, or North America rather, and if you have Joy-Con Drift, you can set it in it and Nintendo will replace it for free. But I think if you're in the EU, you still can't get free repairs on Joy-Con. Like, apparently Apple literally loses money on some repairs just to make sure their customers can't repair it themselves. That would come as a really big surprise to me, because Apple loves to charge up the ass for repairs. Like, I know I didn't have to pay for the top case replacement, so that's like not quite as bad, but that's also like a situation where it's like a defect and like not a normal repair. But I also had to like get a screen replacement on my phone, and I just kind of dropped it. Had a little hairline crack, and that was I think $90. And now the back glass on my phone is cracked. Like as soon as I got home from the Apple store, I like dropped my phone like, oh shit. But I think if you want to replace the back glass, that's like $600 because the back glass is like attached to the rest of the phone, so you can't just replace that one part of it. I don't know, they just charge like ridiculous price, like for everything but this laptop thing that I've encountered. Like Apple repairs can get like, the cost can get pretty high really quick, and I think that's because they want to pressure you into just buying a new one instead of repairing it. But it would be shocking to me if with the prices that they do charge as high as they are, that they're still losing money on it. That'd be surprising to me. Anyways, I think we're ready to go for shading. So I'm going to get some more colors from this and hop into that. See, I have this here as like an unmodified like dark version of all the tones, and then this is like with that. Let's see. It's already like an hour and a half in. So the EU thing was a vote in support of right to repair that calls for, quote, introducing mandatory labeling to provide clear, immediately visible, and easy to understand information to consumers on the estimated lifetime and repairability of a product at the time of purchase. So not exactly what I hoped it was. Well, it's a start. It is a good idea for sure. Because you know what, if I'm buying something, especially like expensive tech products, I feel like that is shit that everybody should know. Gonna come at this with like a 250 and get an edge like this. Okay, there we go. Alright. Oh, I need to do like something where like the hand is like also kind of casting onto the face though. Gotta get that smush in there. So maybe like shallow here and then goes further like that, like that. Yeah, okay. I think that works. Mirror it though. Mirror it. How's it looking? Maybe a little bit more of the 250 on like this edge. Oh, this one's fucking insane. I'm blasting this shit. This is like my favorite piece in the whole game. The ending of this game is like the only reason I remember it. It's so fucking crazy. You have no idea how badly I wish to tell you what happens in the scene where that music plays, but I will, for spoiler's sake, I will hold back. This shit's insane too. I need to like rethink this actually. Because he was 250 on this edge, so I'll have to do the same down here. Again, this music is from a game where you play with doodles. I just realized I no longer have OBS downloaded to record my work in progress. Whoops. I might be going for a little while longer. I was kind of like prepping for this to be a Galaxy Gallery menu. I was like, oh, well, I already did a 2-hour stream before this, so I'll just do 2-hour streams for this, even though Galaxy Gallery is usually 4 hours. But I think I might just go for the full 4. I might go an additional 2, because otherwise I'd like have to stop, and I do not want to do this. What was this game called again? It's called Magic Pengel: The Quest for Color. That's Pengel. I'll put a link to the soundtrack in the music channel, or in the As Seen On channel. It's really interesting. Really interesting ideas attached to one of the worst fucking games imaginable. Yeah, this is the final boss music, by the way. And it's just like a fucking, like, choir piece. Oh, I gotta lock that line art layer, though. Like, there are actually so many games that are, like, so much more serious that, like, wish they sounded this good. There's also a sequel, I believe, called Graffiti Kingdom, but apparently it's nowhere near as good, and that's keeping in mind that this is like, this really toes the line between sucking and being amazing. Oh, they're gonna hit me with this shit? This one's also really pretty.
Giallo bianco
Like, dead ass, watching these events unfold as a group for the ending. Like, we had all gone from so intensely hating this game and not wanting to finish it to, like, all of us crying at the ending. Oh, acoustic version, let's go. Oh, yeah, sorry, I like, wanted to shut up, Femi. Because I think that this slaps. Oh yeah, found out earlier a bunch of big streamers don't know about studio mode in OBS. Do you, Griffin? Maybe? Is studio mode the thing where, like, it goes from one preview to two previews and you can change things in other views without switching views? Is that studio mode? I mean, I can look right now. Yeah, studio mode. It's right next to the stop recording button. I'm familiar with it. Haven't used it in a while, haven't really had a need to. I just tend to set things up in advance and kind of let them whirl. And in the off chance that I do happen to, like, leave something open from, like, last stream that I didn't mean to, like, I don't know, what do we got here? Like a fucking, one of those. Sometimes it's funny when I leave those open by mistake. You can change the same scene, too, without showing the changes. Ooh! That's interesting. So they don't kick in until you turn it back off. I'll do the broader self shadows before I do, like, the being casted on by other objects, I think. And I'll actually do this under one first. This undertale. Ooh, here's what I'll do. This is looking good so far. At first I kind of was thinking of maybe, like, going for something as ambitious as this hair, but boy, I don't know. I feel like I want to find maybe a better method of doing this, because I feel like this was a little bit hacky. And, like, it kind of results in kind of artifacts like this. But I really wonder if, like, maybe with, like, you know, if you got a stylus with pressure or something, that something like this would be, like, achievable in a different way. Because I would love to, like, kick the rendering on what I do up a notch, where, like, this is just my new normal, but it's Hollywood. And this alone took fucking 2 hours, so I don't know if there's all this other shading to do still. Is that the end of it? Oh, what? That's only the halfway point? No, I feel like that was like a nice, like, that was paced nicely. I think I'm done with Magic Pen Gel. But there's a bunch of other gorgeous pieces of music from this score. Okay, let's see. You guys feeling like the Pathless? I'm feeling a little bit like the Pathless. Let's see. How's that show up in the audio? That's pretty good, I'd say. It's a good level. How long is this in total, does it say? Okay, so this whole album is an hour and 41 minutes. Which is good, because there's about 2 hours left in what I've got to do here. So I think that works out. I really haven't gotten over this score though. I've listened to it so many times, and I still like regularly find like new like, oh shit, that's like a cool touch, or oh shit, this like connects in a way that I didn't realize. I don't think I'll ever forget, as far as like, I don't know, just conceptually learning about leitmotifs, is that like somebody made like a graphic of like how every single piece of music in Undertale relates to each other. So I mean, Undertale is like a piece of like as an album has like 100 different tracks in it, right? So they're like arranged in a circle like this, and for the purpose of not having to draw 100 fucking dots, we'll just pretend that Undertale has 8 pieces of music in it, and then it'll draw like a bunch of like different fucking lines about like the different motifs. It's like, oh yeah, this shows up in this track, this shows up in this track, and it's like a billion fucking lines all over the place. It's like, oh my god. You know, which isn't to say that, like, I feel like when gamers started talking about leitmotifs, that started with Undertale. It's just cool in like in a larger sense to think about like ways musicians can like connect ideas like that. Because boy, it happens a lot here for sure. Yeah, I feel like I'm starting to get an idea of like how the final version of this is gonna come out, and I'm really excited. I think this is going to look really pretty by the time I'm finished with it, which is hopefully tonight. Just a gorgeous main theme. Like, sure, I binged it a bunch. I binged the soundtrack a bunch when it, like, first dropped. But I haven't, like, listened to it, like, front to back in a little while. It's hit me all over again. Alright, let's see. I think I kind of want to, like, bring this line kind of all the way in like this. And just kind of thin it out as it approaches that, but I don't want it to like end too soon. I think that'll be nice. Yeah, that came out nice. Okay. So merge these, and I think we're just done with the hair, straight up. But we do need to do the ear still. So we'll come back to that in a second. Guys! The Godslayer, the Pathfinder. Remember that sexy bitch? My god, these bitches gay. Good for them. See, what I should have done, if I'm gonna risk my wrist for any character, it really should have been this guy. Like, I drew him once, but I should have kept going. Because there's actually, there's like a pathless Discord server that like Nava hangs out in and shit. But there's like other artists in there that also think the Godslayer is hot. And I thought at the time, wow, these are cool dudes. I should like get to know them. But then I never did. Kinda wanna like add some gentler shadows as this approaches the thumb. Kind of like that, maybe? Yeah. Yeah, I think it looks better with than without. Alright. Oh! Oh, yeah, I should lock the color layer too, actually. That's a good idea, so that I don't like do any shading on that. That was too close. Oh, Gateway is such a gorgeous piece. My god. Speaking of, when does Eggman say that in Sonic Adventure 2? He's like, says it for a certain rank result. Is it B, I think? But yeah, there's been like a shit ton of Sonic voice actors getting like fired as of recent. You guys been hearing about this? Like, Sonic is gone, Tails is gone, Amy is gone. They just confirmed Mike Pollock gets to stay, though. It's like, damn. Here's some information that came out about, like, the Netflix thing that they're doing, which is, like, really, I don't know. But yeah, how much do you guys know about that? Actually one of my favorite pieces of music from this whole game. I don't know, I feel like when it comes to giant squid games, like comparing this to Journey Abzu, I feel like moments like this usually come much later in the game, but it's so interesting to lead with a tone like this. This establishing, you know, tutorial area, but it so works for overall what it's going for. I just want to like shut up for that second. That actually is still like extremely strong. Yeah, as I was saying, having those like back to back is actually like the way this is like in a vacuum. Sure, you can say that these are like, oh wow, these are great, but like the way it all connects is so interesting to me. I know they did like a lot of behind the scenes development stuff behind both the not only the music but also like a lot of the art design. of Abzu, but I don't think... I kind of stopped following Giant Squid's, like, socials after this came out, but I'd really like to know some of the artistic influences and some of like the concept art for a project like this. Especially because it's so different from what they usually do, right? Alright, have a good night, Neon Blue. Guys, what are we gonna do without all these cursed headcanons? Ooh, I gotta find the shadow for that. God, I cannot stop looking at this hair. Months later, it just still looks nice. It's relative to what I usually do. Ooh. I'm actually gonna do like the shadows that the arm would cast. Like, I'm gonna do those last, I think. Because if I like start erasing, it's gonna be different. Yeah, I feel like I definitely draw like more with my arm when I'm at my desk rather than my wrist. Which is just objectively really good practice, but like... I didn't even realize that like that was like a conscious difference, but that definitely explains a lot, like why it hurts less, at least on my wrist, when I'm here, as opposed to my bed. It's really tempting to make to do the arm cast shadows now, but I've got to come back to it. I've just got to. Because I don't know what kind of brush stuff I'm going to go with, and I want it to be, like, consistent, like, the whole way down, you know? Okay. Yeah, I'll actually select both of these. This one's really nice, too. It's like relaxing, but it's got, like, a nice tempo to it. Which again is really fitting for the movement, but also like just the general tone of the storytelling. I've still got like a lot of thoughts about this game, and I've seen like nobody talk. It's such a shame. I feel like with Abzu, I at least heard like a little bit more buzz, not relative to Journey, but like I feel like the Pathless out of those 3 projects is like the least talked about, which is a shame because it is certainly not the least good. If anything like casts onto another object, I've got to do the self-shadowing first. It's tricky. It's like really complicated the way it like all these shadows are gonna like interact with each other. Honestly, I'm like kind of second guessing myself if I should have done like something subtractive like this, because it would have been quicker. Something like this. My God, those cheeks. Oh my God, look at these holes! I didn't shade in here, I didn't get this, I didn't get this. This is what Keat Week does to you. This is your brain on Keat Week. You just miss shit like this. Yeah, I'll kind of do like a soft 250 up the middle, and then like a 100 across the top. Wait, did I even finish talking? No, I talked about the Markiplier thing. Yeah, I read through that with some friends, and it was really interesting. I actually, hold up, I think I have like a screenshot of that on my desktop still, that I thought was particularly funny. But yeah, I think it's been running for, what, 17 years? Since, like, the really, really early 2000s? but so cool to see them grow as an artist and like the ideas that they tackle. I will say that it is definitely made for straight people. There's a lot of naked cat girls falling onto the human male characters and be like, oh, so sorry. And they're just naked all the time. And then they say shit like, actually, I'm 11. Then they get married and impregnated. So I don't know if the story is something that I'm very here for, but just like, I think I missed it. What Markiplier thing? Oh, his older brother is the author of the longest running furry comic series of all time. It's called Two Kinds. Oh, let's go. But no, just like blasting through the artistic body of somebody who has been like drawing this shit for like 17 years, you can so see like the trajectory that they're on. And like you can go back and forth and compare like how certain characters look over time and like how they draw faces or like when they just like, oh, on this page they like changed stylistically in this way. And like this is where they were experimenting, this is like where they took what worked and what didn't, like applied it. You just kind of see that fast forwarded over like an entire like lifetime. It's insane. I don't know. I feel like I still don't really know what I want to do long term. Believe it or not, I don't want to draw Corn and Keaton forever. I feel like eventually, like the inevitable and probably healthier idea is to like start drawing original shit, like, you know, making stuff that is wholly my own. I don't know if a webcomic is specifically what I would want to do, but it sure did inspire me. I don't know, I just want to make cool shit. Also really, really good. Webcomics are hell from everybody I've known who's tried them. This is why I know to stay away. Although I've always unironically like kind of been tempted by the idea of doing like a Keaton and Corn Dojin, because people do that with like their ships all the fucking time, and I feel like that would be like a really good note to like go out on. Like, yeah, I've done, what is it, 78 pieces of these lads? 78, yeah, so this would be like 79. That'd be like a really good high note to go off on, I think. I don't know. So I don't think like a long-running series, obviously, but you know, something small and remotely completable. I guess we'll see what my workflow is like once I get my hands on an iPad and see if like how feasible creating that volume of art is, because you know we saw what fucking 7 pieces in a month did to me, you know. It's definitely worth pursuing an original project, but webcomics are a nightmare. Shit loves to get bouncy with it though. I don't even know what I would fucking like this would require me to like know how to tell stories, and I feel like that's always been like the thing that I'm worst at. Bit of a studio trigger moment, actually. I don't know. I feel like with LBA 5, there's a lot of gaps in there that are like, oh yeah, and then the story stuff will go here or whatever. But like, I don't like thinking about. I'm gonna turn this down a little bit. Thank you, Mongolian Throat Singers. I don't know, I feel like that's not really my strong suit. I feel like it's something that I should definitely study, but, you know... Just being good at something like that right off the bat is, like, really beyond my expectations, you know, at the moment. I'm honestly tempted to be, like, to just get somebody else who's, like, good at stories and just kind of give them, like, oh, well, these are some characters. These are, like, some things that I kind of want to happen, but I don't know how I'm going to get there. I'll turn it up a little bit more from here. Just getting a little bit loud during that boss battle. I know of some people who do art series, so just like a series of related pieces with a theme, or maybe a loose story between them. You could also do a very art-heavy game. I think that's what I would want to go for after this Roblox thing. The Roblox thing still has like, oh, you know, you walk up to a character, you talk to them, there's cutscenes, there's things that happen, there's stakes. But I feel like Giant Squid stuff actually sets like a really good bar for the kind of stuff that I would want to make, where like minimal dialogue, very experiential kind of games, where like they're still like very beautiful and emotionally evocative, but just without the hard part of telling a story. Like there's still themes and there's a meaning to it, but you know, minus right word. I don't know, just like seeing something like that, like all at once, you know, it gets you thinking, like, well, you know, what am I doing? What do I want to do long term? You know, if I'm gonna do art for 17 years, what do I want to spend that on, right? Discord file size limit LMAO. Or are you trying to send in your whip? I think I'll just send in images. Oh, okay, you're trying to like... You could like probably send like a Google Drive link. I could look at something like that. Unless it's like even too big for that. I was sending in a video. Yeah, so a video could go on Google Drive though, right? And then you could send like the Drive link. Isn't there something fucky going on with Google Drive lately? No, I'm thinking of Stadia. Stadia is one of them. Okay. But yeah, yeah, they recently like they have like in-house studios for like developing games for that platform, but apparently they just like shut them all down, which is I don't know how long Stadia has been like alive, or like I feel like it hasn't been that long though for them to do shit like that. Honestly, it's so rough. A video will just look like stuff happening, so images are probably better anyway. Yeah, asterisk had LMAO. Yeah, there was a really good image on the r/Stadia subreddit, if you can believe that there's one that exists, full of like diehard Stadia fans. It's like, I think you might be in trouble, Stadians, which is kind of, it's a little like, it's kind of got that uh-oh sisters kind of energy to it that I really admire. Stadia's been out for about a year? Okay. Yeah, because there were commercials for it like the Game Awards last year. I remember now. Really, really bizarre meme commercials that were like, you don't want a box that works. You want no box that doesn't work. Here, take it. The in-house studio has been around for 2 years. I actually wanted to join it. Huh. I will say though that it's a shame that it seems like we'll never like see what projects it was that they were working on. Because I don't think like that would have like changed my mind. As a Canadian, I don't really get a choice. Because internet up here is so bad, but like, you know, it's fucking Google. They're not like hurting for it. Just like let them finish. It takes like 3 to 4 years to get a real-ass AAA game out unless you already have the production pipeline set up, so, like, I don't know what they expected. I feel like when I hear in-house Stadia Studios, I think, like, okay, well, like, small but, like, meaty, like, indie but substantial. I think something, yeah, it was, like, actually something on the scale of, like, what Giant Squid does, I think is maybe more realistic, as opposed to, you know, a giant publisher, what a giant publisher would put out. But then again, even something like The Pathless still took like 5 years, so I don't know. I've gotta get this. I've gotta get the gray shit. Hi, Butt. Hi, Butt. Missed you, Butt. Good to see you again, Butt. If I had to guess, I think they shut it down because becoming a game developer isn't really what Google is interested in being. Yeah, what Google is interested in being is an entity that shuts down its own services. They just make shit for the sake of destroying it nowadays. We are proud at Google to announce that we are pivoting Stadia into the new Google messaging app. And they shutter it in another month. I mean, there's this site has been going around for a while. I think it's called killedbygoogle.com. Where it's like just a lifetime of like, okay, 2012 Google introduced this service, 2013 Google killed it. And it's like hundreds of Google apps and services. And that's been around for a while, but I feel like as of recent, there's like a lot of shit that's like accelerating. Like, Stadia is a long-term project to sort of secure that remote hardware gaming market that every tech company is salivating over. The actual games are not a priority. Yeah, I guess Amazon and Microsoft is kind of on that shit too, huh? Which is weird to think about because, like, I'm talking about, like, oh, I'm a Canadian, you know. Because of the way the internet is up here, this service just isn't an option for me, but, like, I feel like for Americans, that's still the case for a lot of people, right? So you'd think that, like, because Google Fiber was actually a really interesting thing that they were doing, and I was really hoping that they would keep doing it, but they just, like, gave up. And I feel like if they kept going, that would be, like, the perfect way to, like, set the infrastructure for something like Stadia to even, like, be feasible, you know? Because, you know, as big as Google likes to be, like, the only thing that they are still beholden to is like the ISPs, who are even shittier than they are, right? So there's like a very hard limit to like what can even exist because of the way that's like stagnated over the past decade. I guess they expect that 5G is gonna be like what all this is done over, but I don't see that being realistic at all. I'm just trying to think of like somebody who would actually like use this service, and like where would they live, what internet connection would they have, how expensive is that connection? Because a lot of these things are just out of people's control. There's a lot of places where even if you like pay for like the most expensive internet, it's only like kind of okay compared to like what it ought to be in fucking 2021. Do I still have that big transparent thing that I do not, but I can kind of wager, I guess. I mean, I could use Stadia TBH, but I live in like the most expensive county in the US. I'm just saying, like, somebody like me is definitely not going to have access to that service, and somebody with data caps is not going to have access to that service. I feel like between where fiber was and where we are now, I was hearing like some rumblings about like some municipal internet stuff that some communities were tackling. But I feel like that's kind of slowed down. I don't know. I don't know where those sorts of movements stand at the moment, but they should be happening. Oh yeah, I had data caps. I forgot. That's fucking insane. I probably couldn't without adding $100 to my internet bill a month. It's fucking ridiculous. Especially with the pandemic, like, there's so many situations where, like, these anomalies will happen, and that just, like, prove that ISPs, like, that data caps are completely a lie. That, like, oh yeah, well, we have to charge this fee because this is what it costs to run the service. But it doesn't. But they can charge it anyways, because who's going to do anything about it? And I feel like Canada is even worse for that shit as far as, like, yeah, like, relative to what you pay versus what you get, and the regulatory teeth that the government has, I believe, is even worse than the US. Internet shit takes time is the main thing. It's a high upfront cost, which is probably why Google dropped it, and all the government money for it was taken by the ISPs who didn't do anything with it. I heard about that, yeah. That, like, the US literally gave ISPs the money to roll out a future-proofed network, and they just, like, took the money and did nothing with it. Which is, again, is what's really interesting about the municipal approach, is that, like, yeah, they're getting fucking terabit speeds with no data caps, and it's, like, incredibly affordable. Which, of course, is why ISPs are doing everything to, like, lobby to, like, stop it from being possible. But, like, I hope that shit, like, picks up steam, because I feel like that's what has to happen. that the situation has gotten this bad. Because it's not like, you know, these companies are going to suddenly have a change of heart and just decide to make less money, you know? Or, you know, just like literally competition, because like in the communities where fiber did roll out, like AT&T, for example, went to like maybe like 25 megabits. Sorry, we can't do any better. It's got data caps. Slow as shit. Expensive as shit. And then fiber comes along, and all of a sudden, they can like increase the internet speed by 10 times, remove the data caps, charge the same price for it, or lower, to be competitive with fiber. It's like, oh, they could just do this all along. They just choose not to because they fucking blow. This is gonna be tricky to shade. I'm not sure how I want to go about it. I think doing like each of these like sections like one at a time. It's like how I want to do it. Try to be like less extreme, like the shadow on the side though. Yeah, the casting stuff is definitely gonna have to be done in its own layer. But if I like do like just a full color selection, I can just like shoot, like right through that. Yeah, okay, it's kind of working out. This is a little bit thick with it though. You know, I might just make the entire inside of this just like all shit. I can't think of like any angle that would like be illuminated from. I think it'll look better that way, just straight up. There we go. Okay. Yeah, once I like add the highlights to this could look really good, actually. So maybe like do a little bit of that. Yeah. The underside is already shaded, so this is the last bit here. And there we go. Just gotta do like a full selection. There's the hair. Well, that looks good. It's looking nice. Look at that! Look at that! That's nice. Okay, how are we doing for time? 12:31? So like another hour and a half left. I can do this. I can do this. I did need to think for a second. This is gonna have to like, I gotta pick where things like making their shadows before I do like some of the subtler shit. So actually the reverse What I was kind of planning with the upper half, which I still actually haven't done yet, even though I could at this exact moment. Yeah, I guess if there's like just this line down the middle, then the right half is just like entirely in shadow. You know what have to be? I can be a little softer with it, because this is like 250, this is 500. Maybe the farther stuff could be like 1,000. But I'll do these shadows either way, because these need to be here, right? Ooh. Oh yeah, look at that. Check how the audio is doing. It's a little quiet at present, but, you know. I worry that during the boss fight stuff, it's like maybe a little drowning me out. Literally, how do other streamers do it? Just understanding, like, audio. I'm certain there's a way. I've just gotta learn it. This can be a 250 cast, actually. The rain infects all waters! It's a grim title, but it pops off. Just takes time. Femi, I've been at it for... Yeah, coming up on the anniversary, coming up on 3 years. How much more time? Just gotta sit down and do it. Yeah, okay. Again, not that this matters because of, this line that I've established down the middle, which isn't a bad idea. Just needs me to approach the rest of this in a different way. Okay, so this was 250 and then 500, so this is gonna be a 500 in what I have selected right now. No! That is on the line art layer. Lock that shit up, son! I bet this is looking nice with no line art. I mean, if you, like, look close, then it blows, because it's not designed for this, but it's always something that I wanted to tackle. Something truly lineless like this. Also, I should add shadow to the nose, because he does not have one. Like this. There we go. Yeah. A little bit of a cast on that. There we go. This might actually not even need to be anything. Because if it's gonna have this and 250, that just might make it entirely dark. Yeah. Okay. Okay. What else is left here? I still need to do these gray sections. Yeah, turning off the color light gives you a good idea. So it's actually the torso's mainly done, and then the legs are... I want to think so badly that they should be easy, but I don't know. I don't know what I'm looking at here. What I'm facing down. I'm doing inner shadow on these. I feel like these are recessed. Just get that vibe. Yes! We love being sad as shit. I always liked how the instrument here, like the pluckiness and the way the volume kind of like goes around, just sounds like the pitter-patter of water. Let's do that with a 5 hundo, actually. Yeah, actually, I've got all this selected now. Hit it with the thou. Ooh. Don't hit that, though. Yeah, these are the sections I need. There we go. That's kind of what I'm after. Yeah, and then kind of what I wanted to do here I can still do over there. I lose so much. But I know it's for the better. Tell you what I can do. I can start, like, casting this shit. Ooh, not with that color, though. My god. So kind of like that. Because it's coming, like, from forwards, so it would eventually stop casting a shadow. You go down far enough. That's probably good. Oh, I haven't done this zone yet. This is kind of just all stuff that gets casted on, so... There we go. What is this? Get clapped. Have you guys fucking seen that video? I have no idea where I'm gonna... Like, this kid with the fucking Minecraft bees? Actually a life changer. I can't be, like, talking about, like, oh yeah, so much time has passed. These are the things that I've done. This has been my life the past couple of days. Or weeks, rather. But, like, communicating the passage of time in, like, new memes I've discovered. Like, I think it's just, like, a Twitter thing. Maybe it's from YouTube. I don't know where it's from. I just, like, saw it from a friend once, and then, like, wow, that's really fucking funny. And then that's it. But let me tell you, there's some sounds in that video. And boy, oh boy, do I like some sounds. Oh, I haven't done any shading on Keaton's arm itself, though, either. That could be worth doing. Could be worth tackling. Oh, wow! Oh, I just, like, sat up and, like, had, like, a hell of a stretch. Love suddenly being reminded that I have a spine and that I'm abusing it. I wonder, like, if that's what's coming for me next, because I feel like whenever I'm done streaming and, like, I get up, like, my back is like, whoa! And that's like a wave. Like, okay, well, in the moment, I'm like, realizing that was an uncomfortable position. And it's like, okay, wow. Yeah, sit up straight or else. Like, that's not chronic yet. I think one day I'm just gonna sit up and be like, oh, that's not going away. I'm gonna be like that episode of Futurama where Professor Farnsworth, like, permanently gets his back bent. A good chair is so important. Having a good chair in stock is so important, and I will look at it after the stream. I've been ready to, like, go for it. There just, like, literally are no chairs. I live in a post-chair fucking apocalypse. Gotta get that lumbar support. So what, like a wooden chair? Cause this is made of lumber? fucking YouTuber apology video for that one. I think they were gone because holiday. Huh. Were there, like, sales on shares? Do people get shares as a gift? I should get a share as a gift, my god. Oh, my god, Denny, my back, it hurt. I spent a lifetime drawing yaoi, and this is how I repaid. People just tend to buy things more around those times. Keaton, you are the love of my life. So stock is lower. I assume it applies to chairs as well. I guess. Just doesn't strike me as something you would like wrap up and put under a tree. Which is actually what makes it the perfect gift, because they'll never be expecting it. They won't know what sit 'em. How in the world do I want to go about this? I did ask. I'm actually gonna like get up and get like a long sleeve shirt with like kind of stick an arm through it. I want to like see what the fabric is like. I need to like I want like reference to refer to actually. See, I don't have any like poofy sleeves like this though. Although it is a very gay sleeve. Actually, that's why I don't know these. But this is like it's got a like a gay shape to it, you know what I mean? This is just like floppy for floppy's sake. This is like floppy and also cinched in certain places to give it like a certain silhouette, which is the gayest way of all. However, yeah, I'm just gonna like have this on my left arm and just like kind of look at it and refer to it as I shade this. This is actually extremely helpful. Holy shit. I don't know, fabrics are always something that I've wanted to get better at, and like down here is like passable for the cape sash thingy. That's okay, but like this I'm gonna go nuts on right now. Yeah, so we'll just kind of bake this in. I mean, and it is a first-person view. This is what my head sees, right? So, yeah. The way it bunches up is really fascinating to me. I would love to replicate something like this. I'll try it for a little bit at least, and then see if, like, I can keep it going. So if I'm depending on that. Yeah, I could argue this. I could argue something like this. But I won't, actually. I'll have that main thing kicking in there. Do just a small cast on this, and everything else I'll like do just with like with no line art, just through shading, and I'll see how that comes out. And if it sucks, but it'll be on its own layer, and it won't be like a destructive experiment, you know? But if I can do it, then hey, that's great news. That's about like the standard shading that I would want to do. Were I to completely abandon like having any creases in the clothes, but god, I feel like that would go such a long way, especially because it dominates so much of the frame, right? Like, I feel like having more detail there would be like, wow. Wouldn't make his arm look like smooth bread. It would make it look like, I don't know, clothes. That is, I don't know, draped around an object, dare I say. I don't want to be a little controversial, but clothes are worn by people. Right now, I need to do two YouTuber apologies. Okay, so I'm gonna start like from the elbow out. So I'm gonna do like kind of, well, I'm gonna do this on a separate layer than I'm gonna do. I'm gonna lock this shit. Never look back. But I mean, it's kind of just a series of like, kind of subtracting and adding bits like this, right? So, I think that's really good. So, the bright section goes like this, then it goes like this, then it kind of encapsulates both of them, and it goes all the way like this. I don't know, just kind of keep doing a lot of shit like that, and eventually you'll get there. Oh yeah, art posted. Looks to me like I've got about an hour and 10 minutes left, but yeah, I will definitely check out the art channel if that's where it is. Okay, so this is cool, actually. No crop. I can also put my hand on it. Okay, oh, that's interesting. Okay, so, okay. Look at that. Folks, I think this is working. Although I kind of want to revisit this. I don't know. I feel like the way that was balanced, it could be better. You know what I'll do? I'll do some fucking masking is what I'll do. Because then I can just like... do some of this shit. Yeah! Some of this shit, some of this, yeah. Except no, actually. Like, I like this, but I have to, like, create, like, an inner area, which is kind of difficult. Because, like, I know it's gonna pay off, though. Oh! Kind of. Sure. That's good enough. Alright. I'm gonna make another new layer, though, actually. Oh, I should have kept that selection, though. I guess I'm not really messing around with any areas with the fingers, so I can stick with this, like, kind of broader thing that already covers everything that I needed to. Okay, layer 3. What do we got? Kind of look at the upper arm now. Okay, so this kind of, like... this one kind of goes all the way, I'm looking at. This is actually really exciting to do. I've never referenced clothes wrinkles before, and here I am doing it. Like, look, I think it's already coming out pretty nice. Relative to, you know, a perfectly smooth surface, right? Okay, so, ooh, that's a fun shape. So then it's gonna, like, do this, and it's gonna be, like, a gap like this, right? I kind of want to do each, like, kind of ring, though, on its own layer, so that I can, like, come back to shit like that. Do, like, erasures. I feel like that's, yeah... that's better than whatever masking shit that I just did. If only there was a quick way to mask. But yeah, it's kind of like a bridge, and then that transfers over to like another brightened area. Bro, what the fuck? Look at this shit, though. Has it always been like this doable? I've just been stupid with it? Guys, wrinkles! See wrinkles, dot! Okay. This one's kind of gonna like, I'm gonna like move my sleeve a little bit. Okay. That's kind of another like, kind of left to right zigzag like that. Looks sick. Thank you, Lizard Nutty. I have no idea what I'm doing, but thank you. Guys, shout out to Robes. Did not think that trying this would work, but here we are. Okay. See, I actually moved my arm. Now the shape isn't the same. can try this though. I can try like the shape that it is now. Is this on like its own layer? Yeah, perfect. Oh yeah, and then we'll do that. Kinda improvising here, but it works. I want like one like nice big one, like the very last thing that like establishes the most. So I'm gonna invert the selection here so I can at least keep it. But this one like kind of goes around the sleeve and like kind of swirls down the underside. Like something like that would look really nice. I gotta uninvert now though. So I'll like kind of have this one come down earlier, like this, and then I'll like thin it out with the eraser, and that should make room for like what I want this to do. I'll just kind of fill all of that in, and then I'll hit it with a 500. What happens if I get rid of the base shading layer? Oh, that looks like garbage. Yeah. Combined. It needs to be combined for it to work at all. Actually, speaking of, I might need to like, I don't know, cut back on some of the lighting here, because I feel like this doesn't really make sense for there to be shadows. Or does it? Fuck. You know what? There's shadows up here where there don't need to be. This is where I gotta get rid of them. Oh shit? Yeah, like this goes like all the way. It should stop when this stops. Let's undo that for a little bit. Okay, so we're in the snow area now, musically. Yeah, that gives a little more room to breathe. Okay, that's layer 4, right? Yeah. I do kind of want to revisit. I feel like there should be like more, I don't know. Yeah, the one on this side shouldn't be as extreme as the one on this side. That's better. I'm gonna re-examine the kind of the other end of the sleeve up here, because I feel like this is a good amount of wrinklage. Okay, so if I were to, yeah, so I grasp this and then, okay, so it's kind of the same thing that was going on here, but like kind of the other way around. So I'll pop open another new layer here, not up there. Over fucking iPhone mode. It's actually kind of a nice palette for this particular project. I don't know, I don't think the blues are necessary, but the pinks though, kind of the coral, maybe. You know what? Kind of a good idea. I'm gonna bring the shadow down to this corner and then kind of bring it back out. Oh, I love the motifs of the snow area. I really like was not feeling these at first, but going back and listening to them, I've like grown so much more of an appreciation for the music in this area. Yeah, I think we're done here. This looks nice. Nicer than I thought it would. I think I'll keep it, you know? Though I might be a little, I might try something a little sneaky. So yeah, I've got like already several layers. I'll just like do a little scoop, like something, maybe like 100 actually though, because like it's like 500 down here and 250 and then, so this is gonna be 100. If I do like something like this, just like one little wrinkle, you know? That's nice too. This is like all of a sudden instantly become what this project is all about. Oh, I love the choice of instruments in this area too. Every single soloist on this like fucking pops off. It's really cool comparing and contrasting this, which is kind of like, I don't know, I guess the cliff notes of what the music is really like in the game. But there's a separate album that they released that's like the full, like each track is like 17 minutes to half an hour long. It's just so nice. Do I merge these though is the question. Do I want to revisit this? I'm gonna say no. I feel like I used to shade hair a lot like this, but like, you know, worse. And I merged those and I didn't see anything wrong with that. So, you know, throw a gradient on there, I'm sure it'll be fine. It's really the only other change I would ever want to make. And if not, then I guess it's pretty traceable. I feel like if I know the strokes I want to make, then recreating them isn't too bad. What the actual fuck? Can I, like, if I mirror that, will it still look good? Like, it doesn't look the best, but like, that's like a nice first attempt, I feel like. You know what, I'm gonna do one more. I feel like towards like the edge of the frame, there's not too much coming from there. So I'm gonna try to fill those as well, which thankfully does not require a very complex selection in that zone. Yeah, let's try, like, yeah, size 250 for sure. Just something that like comes from the side, you know? Just kind of like, still like blank in the middle, just occupies this a little bit more. Maybe. Could work. I got something like that goes maybe in this like inner zone, like that. Yeah, that's nice. I think it fills it out a little bit more. I will make this maybe like a 50 opacity eraser and like maybe make these like gentler. Kind of vary the brightness and darkness of the shading. Actually, what if that's something that I do, like, going up the whole sleeve? I know I said no destructive edits, but, like, if I took 1,000 size brush and I set it to 50 opacity, and then I just kind of... Oh, well, and then I change the softness. Oh, that does look better. Look at that shit. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. I can't resist. I'm silly like that. Yeah, I think I'm gonna... Well, let's mirror it. But good early impressions, I think. I feel like I'm falling less in love with how this face is looking, though. I think the eyes are fine, but the mouth is looking a little bit weird. Is it too late to rethink? Fuck! I love that motif! I don't think we're on, like, the track that that's mainly from. Oh, no. We are on The Cold Has Cured All Generosity. Love this shit. Oh, don't do that. I gotta shade the nose still, too. But, like, what if I did, say, just like a closed mouth? Maybe turn off the color and the shading and the everything else. Just kind of like a, you know, it's kind of actually a weird smile, but just like something like, I don't know. I guess it's fine. Just looking at it from afar is a little weird. Okay, that's a good progress so far. Oh, I didn't do this little shit. I'm gonna do the nose first. Just sounds, at a glance, easier, you know? I can do a little bit of shading on that, though, too. That was actually really cool over here, though. I'm pretty proud of this. Oh, what happened? The 50 subtraction isn't there anymore. I guess it's not too hard to go back and undo, but I mean, still. But yeah, like, fabric shit like this is stuff that I wanted to get a lot better at. That's kind of like one of my, I guess, art resolutions for the year. I'm gonna, like, put the rest of this hoodie on, or robe, rather. Kind of a great idea, actually. Okay. Let's have a look-see here. Right, nose. Nose is what I'm after. Eh? I don't know what it said something about history. I don't know what that prompt was. Undo. Oh, this is what I just did. Okay. We'll do another one for this, though. I like what I do, like flat down the middle. I like maybe a soft 250. Yeah, okay. That works well, I think. It's always tricky though when you've got a shape like this where you want like one side to be like perfectly unshaded and the other side. I guess I do want this to cast a shadow though, so it works. Start over on this. Oh, and then it goes into the main theme. Love that, like, I don't, what would you call, like, it sounds like a shoe, like, sliding on a floor. Like that. I guess you could just easily do that with, like, a brush and, like a snare, actually. Yeah, because like when I first played through this area, I was like, oh, this is gloomy and oppressive and shitty. I hate this. But then you go along, you make progress, you build up speed, and it like blossoms into like this defiantly hopeful tune. It's like, oh, okay. Now I get it. Just the way it like starts from there and then builds up. It's like, oh, such a good like trajectory that follows. Gotta toy with this a little bit though. Yeah, okay. Okay. Okay, that's a nose, right? Let's mirror. Why am I like this? Just gotta angle it a little bit differently. It's not that bad, but like, whoa. Why do brains work like this? Actually, what the fuck is wrong with the human body? Oh, I used a, yeah, kind of an inner eye color for this. I'm gonna hold that shit. Arms, eyes, eye shading. Here we go. There's the layer. What is underneath? Oh, drop shadow. Bingo. Here we go. There's the raw color. See, it's just like puts in two E's for no fucking reason. And we all love Apple. Oh, actually, yeah, I never did any shading layer on the inner eye either. Gotta snatch that from this corn as well. Let's see. Oh, I don't want to snatch that much. Shading. Here's what I use. And that's a multiply? Okay, multiply. Gotcha. God, these ones are like nice and juicy though. Actually, wait a second. How did I go about these? The eye shading on this? So shading is still a separate layer. See, this uses color burn. That's interesting, because that's still like shades, but then the glow goes like on top of that, and it also like, I don't know. This looks like a nice like liquid bead, like a gem. Really like how that came out. So if I were to set this to multiply, what would that look like? Oh, nowhere near as good. Are you kidding? Look at the night and day. Come on now. I would love to try color burn on this. I want to see how that comes out. I don't know if that was like intentional or like on accident. Was like color burn what like I always meant to be using, and like I just accidentally did multiply one day. I'm like, oh, I guess this is what I've always done. Okay. So this is normal. This is multiply. Adjust that a little bit. And this is color burn. Ooh. Doesn't work quite as well with the pink color. Kind of goes into a really harsh red. So I guess in a specific scenario for like Keaton's eyes, it's uniquely predisposed to look good because it's already that kind of red. But I guess with regular eyes, it just doesn't react in the same way to the colors. Oh, that's a shame. Could've looked cool. Linear burn is a little bit better, but it's just not pink. It goes red when you do that. I guess multiply is what we're doing. Apparently the reason your brain ignores the mistakes as you make them, but when you flip it, the mistakes become visible again, is because the brain processes the mirrored image like a new image. Mirror it again. Yeah, I don't know. I do like the face a little bit better now that it has shading in the eyes, though. It helps. The nose, too. Petted from all directions. Alright, let's get in on this. What are these layers? These are for the nose? Two for the nose and one for the lip. And whatever is going on over here. So before I shade, I'm actually going to make sure that I do that 50 pass again. Just so that, like, it's not erasing things I don't want it to pre-merge. Kumo's got a fucking great boss theme, too. This and Servos are my favorite ones, I think. This one's gorgeous. And I guess now we merge. Let's do it. Okay, how's the cast and shadows going? Still need some of that in here. I want to make sure I also cover my bases on that before I move on. But yeah, 250 is kind of the universal size for all of these. Yeah, it actually looks like I got all of this already. It looks like I would want to cast a shadow, like, on this ship. Color. Okay. Okay. This has been full of surprises, I think, tonight. Okay, that's still on 1,000. And on 50%. There we go. That looks like it's supposed to be there, I think. From reading more also, apparently if you get in a habit of mirror flipping your work regularly, you'll start correcting the mistakes that look weird when mirrored, so it'll stop looking weird and improve art. I get why it's a thing that you should do. I just don't do it enough. Quite often it becomes too late. Like, certainly I think it could be worse. I've got a long history of not so good looking faces, especially ones that look bad when mirrored. But like, this is fine. It's just fine. It's not amazing. I was going for amazing, but it's fine, it's fine. Sit up again. Oh. Oh. I'm making the fucking Patrick face where he just looks like this. She prickles daughter. Okay, so his light is coming from here. I'm just like doing fucking Hey Kids impressions, like completely unironically. Okay, kids. Yeah, okay, cool. And then I do a little bit of this and a little bit of that. We got a little secret. It's called shading the lines. It's not a secret. Okay, that's fine. I think I can stop procrastinating and get to the bulge. Now we're talking. This is what we are here for. Yes. Yes. Oh, I haven't gotten the little inner bits of the lace pad. Go do that right now. Oh shit, we're at the island. Everything here slaps. Oh, love this vocalist. There's actually some really interesting, Austin Wintry uploaded a, just the album on his YouTube, but it has, like, some nice little, like, commentary about, like, how, like, kind of some of the thoughts that they were having while developing the tracks. And I believe with that in particular, they wrote, like, a poem in Mongolian for that. I have no idea where I would find the lyrics. So I think they're in the video, but just, like, seeking to the right spot would be, like, a nightmare, but it's really cool. Suggest you take a look for yourself, and also the game, teehee. This can be a little bit further away from the edge. Are we in it? Atlas really does finish strongly, though. It's got a great... Just all the music towards the end is going nuts. I rarely ever do this. I hate rescaling art, but I kind of want to make this a little bit taller. This is like on the level of pixels, so I don't think we'll be like too noticeable. Sometimes I think that I make my art like too high res, like I'll look at the image size, and this will come out to... This is 3,000 wide by 6,494 tall. I don't know, it's like... This is only like 2 pixels wide, maybe 3. And then I think, well, maybe I need to go bigger. And I forgot to have the fucking mirror brush on, so I gotta do this manually. Blood! Okay, let's try to get this where it belongs. Oh, love the Abzu influences here as well. Ooh. I'm gonna turn off the stroke on both. I'm gonna merge them, and then I'm gonna re-add the stroke. There we go. This is how it must be. Then I'll get rid of these. Cool, okay. I'll leave those for now. I'll come back to them. Those are, like, prepared to be shaded later on. And then I'll just name that color. Cool. I'm also out of water. It's not a good place to be right now. This is what happens. I was like preparing for a 2-hour stream, and then I went to like 6 hours. I do only have today and tomorrow though, so I'm kind of not regretting it. I don't know. Like, the instinct that you tell yourself is, oh, you should take a break, but like, I don't know. When I am doing break-taking activities, I just miss doing this. This has been 2 weeks, I'm going to be back, and I can only do it for 2 days, but I'm going to take it. I'm going to take what I can get. So everyone knows the best kind of hands-free work is just waiting for shit to render. Also, this is kind of loud as shit. It slaps, but I can just slap a little bit quieter. As long as you're not hurting yourself, you might as well work when you want to work. Yeah, actually, this is like the longest I've ever like used my computer, like actively doing something, and it hasn't hurt. Back's getting a little cranky, but yeah, wrists are like still fine actually. See, this is the shit that I'm gonna crank up though. Love this section. Maybe due to sitting instead of T-Rex bed posing. I am feeling like I've been certainly using my arm a lot from moving it around on the trackpad, but you know. That's just because I'm using my arms, not because like they're in a bad position or like I'm using them or anything. Love that little like twang there, twangy bit there. We're kind of getting there though. We're really close. The skirt covering the bulge is a curse. but the skirt covering some of his armor shit is a bit of a blessing. T-Rex is a great way to describe it, though. Like a really gay T-Rex. I'm just gonna leave it cranked for this part. This shit goes off. Oh, this is gonna be tricky, though. I guess I don't need to go back up there, actually. Okay, that's the thighs. That's the thighs and the skirt. See, these little leg shits. These are gonna run me through it. Run me through the ringer. Okay. I think I'll kind of take, because this is like kind of an angular geometric thing. So I'll kind of like maybe take the same approach as I did with this. Just kind of shade each thing as its own object. Then do like some small things that connect them together. What do we got for armor shading here? Okay. if I want to do the same thing with that bottom right one as I did with this bottom right section here. Like fully blocking out any light, because it's kind of just shaded a little bit on each edge, but I think it would contrast more. Let's give it a crack. Yeah, I think it's better with that. Okay, yeah, and then I think I'll do like the same kind of halfway shade as I did with the armor, but like on a per leg basis. Oh, love this credits theme too. The vocals, I believe, are the like an extended version of the poem from the Ascent to the Island. Yeah, and then I guess I'll just... Maybe this can be 250. Really, Austin Wintory just seems to fucking love making credits themes that go way harder than they have any need to. Like, sure, the credits theme should be good, but like, it's at the end. If you're gonna skip the credits, you can maybe kind of half-ass it if you want. Austin Wintory's like, no. This one will just fill in all the way. This one's gonna need some casting stuff on it. God, and they're looping Gateway into it. Oh. And then they're looping this into it? Fuck, man. I'm like, I'm like actually kind of crying again right now. I'm very fortunate that, like, even though Gateway isn't like a prominent piece of music, it is my favorite, and like they just chose to end on that and just like do so many cool incorporations of it with like the rest of the other like things. Because again, they didn't have to, but they did. Fuck, what a score. I had a lot of fun moments listening to that, drawing this. I was like very pumped listening to the final boss. I was like, yeah, I'm gonna shade the fuck out of this skirt. You have no idea. Anyways, back to Hotel Mario music. I'm gonna find that playlist again. Forgot I even had the fucking Apple Music web app in my shortcuts. What do we got here? What do we got? Maybe I will consult Game Jam's Omega from its porter. We do have some creative exercise from Mario Paint, but I feel like it's a little bit too in your face for drawing music. You got Can You Feel the Sunshine, some Mario 64 music, Larry Boy and the Bad Apple PS2 soundtrack Bumbleberg theme extended. It's What Have You Been Doing in here? Oh, there's like a lot of deleted videos too. Oh shit, let's get some Xenoblade Feature Connected music in here. I'm down for that. It's just some nice like overworld music. Oh, yeah. This will be some nice stuff to like come down to as we wrap up the night in this last half hour. Oh. Really did not care for Future Connected as a game, but man, that music. Bit of, dare I say, a Magic Pen Gel situation. Although I guess the gameplay in there was fine. I guess its main failing was in its story, really. I still actually haven't finished my playthrough of Definitive Edition. I think I'm past like the big twist on Prison Island, and then I'm somewhere beyond that. Maybe even immediately after. I should keep going with it though, because casual mode makes it very enjoyable, as opposed to some of the shall we say hiccups on the Wii version that I had. Actually, yeah, I think the inner bits of the no masky. Looking for that W. So then we're going to invert, and we're going to expand by 4 to do this. No, to do this. And then clipping mask. Just kind of subtract from them as I go. Which one is this? This is the V key. I'm just going to move this. Whoa. Maybe I won't. Oh, I want to move the lasso selection, so that's the L key. Just kind of go back between E and L, and then boom, there we go. What the fuck? Oh, this layer. Yeah, that's a good way to do it, I think. That's efficient. Yeah, that's kind of even, I guess. Okay. Might make the selection a little bit smaller now. They're getting like bunched up together a bit more, because they don't need to be that big. And then I'll just kind of like select these few, and then I'll do like a 500. And there we go. Wow. Oh, still got to do these ones though. So yeah, 100's a good size for that. And then there we go. I'll actually make this like not as extreme because this is still kind of casting onto that. Okay. Wow. Still gotta do some shit with this. This is entirely in shadow, so I can just skip it. And then it looks like all we have left is highlights and gradients, and we're done. There's not too many shiny, explicitly shiny things here, so Yeah, I could say we would easily fit that within the next hour. Maybe even 20 minutes, but we'll see. Alright, so we'll wrap up that layer, we'll get back to the liner. And these are some pretty straightforward shapes. Just to kind of do a little bit of that, I feel like would be a nice touch. Give it a little bit more than it would otherwise have, you know? And then we'll get this last one. And I don't know if this is gonna, like, if I want to keep this, but I want to try and, like, select all three and then maybe do, like, some kind of soft transition to make the highlight on this edge stand out a little more. Or rather, not really highlight, just kind of lack of shading. Yeah, I'll keep that. That looks good. Okay. This is coming out. This is coming out nicely. Let's hit it with the fat mirror, though. Can I get a, turn that off real quick? Yeah, I don't see any missing zones. Or do I? You! Nobody escapes my sight. Except that is... Wow. These red bits previously escaped my sight. Just kind of realizing, because I had like the arms up before, but I was like cropped in. And kind of like it looked like his arms were down, like he was about to give me a hug. And I was like, the fucking flushed emoji. That is what Corin sees. He is looking respectfully. Okay, cool. Trying to think here. Right, so I want the white highlights next, so I need to make a new layer for that. Where is there a layer 1? Oh. iPhone, MacBook, Pro, Baby, Apple, Watch. Smile. Well, doesn't really need to be named layer any number, it's just highlights. I feel like this is another area that I want to improve on. Like with stuff that particularly demands shiny bits. I've had people say before that, like, the way I light things, it makes them look like rubber. And as badly as I would like to say, hey, that's me! It's, like, not wrong. Like, if I were to do, like, say, like a sharper highlight. Like, I don't know. I don't know if that's something that I would explicitly want to use here. Sleeves is enough growth for, several years. But I don't know. I feel like I could really bump that up a notch too. Make something really cool looking. Yeah, so I feel like that, getting better at this and Luma are the three things that I want to work on for this year. And who knows, maybe Jerry Get iPad will be the opportunity I need to, like, I don't know, just experiment and iterate more if I can work faster without pain. Okay. Oh, I actually do want to get the top end of this. Gotta rotate the canvas for that one. There we go. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. There it is. Everything is looking nice enough, but it could look better. And I feel like this technique especially falls apart when, like, on skin. I don't know. Like on this, for example. I don't know. Does look kind of plasticky, doesn't it? Guess it's more of a color challenge though than it is. So maybe that'll go like hand in hand with like the Luma work that I wanted to do. I feel like sometimes I do kind of regret like not getting like a proper art education. I don't know. I sure do like not being like $100,000 in debt, but sometimes my art school friends would be like, oh yeah, well, I'm working on this project, but before I even get started on any of the colors, I create this like, just this grayscale thing of like the brightness values throughout the project, and then I'll like do the colors from there. I'm like, oh fuck. Like, where do I learn this shit? Which again is also probably not a technique I would ever do. I feel like I already like, I don't know. I do a lot of like, I go through a lot of steps before I start a cleanup process, and I feel like doing the entire image in grayscale and then doing it all again is maybe a little bit much. But if I ever want to kick it up a notch, it's shit like that I gotta be like, that I gotta get on. God, it is tempting though to just start doing that effect to all of the metal surfaces in this, isn't it? I might actually. I'll do like the goldy stuff for now, but like maybe I'll come back on my own time sometime between like now and the 14th. We'll do it then. But this is like, for what was originally going to be a Galaxy Gallery Mini, I was kind of like, I'm way more along than I thought I was going to be. I mean, basically just literally done. Whether or not I decide to go back to some of that extra shit that I'm starting to entertain. Might also fuck with the hair, I don't know. Still a possibility. You. I'll come back to it, I'll come back to it, I'll come back to it. I've literally already got other shit selected. It's actually pretty easy to incorporate, like, value stuff into your work. I'm sure it's not impossible. It's just, like... It strikes me as an imposing thing to do. Because I feel like the amount of passes that I go through is already, like, needlessly exhaustive. I don't know Photoshop specifically, but in Clip Studio Paint, when you're doing flats, you can just throw on a black and white filter and then use Control to adjust the entire layer? You can do that to adjust it so that the flat values are good? I think we're gonna try out that free trial. See, every time, without fail, this is the Clip Studio Paint effect, without fail. It's like, oh man, I wish there was this art thing I could do so I could really step up my game. And then chat comes in and is like, yo, did you know Clip Studio Paint could like always do that? They're adding like new shit that you didn't like even think of that like makes it even faster and easier to just like work. And it's like, no, I didn't know that, oh my god. It is a bit of a shame that like, again, I don't know how many of these features are Windows only or, you know, not on the Mac version, because there isn't, like, perfect feature parity between the Mac and Windows versions of Clip Studio Paint, but, like, boy, it's really worth a shot. But yeah, it's just a shame that, like, depending on how many of those features are covered, it's starting to sound like this might be able to replace Photoshop for me. We'll see how the free trial works out for me sometime in the coming month or two. But, like, the rest of the Creative Cloud, like, I still need. Like, I'm not fully freed yet. I realize how I typed that. I meant the actual steps to do are easy to incorporate. Actually learning value stuff is as difficult as any art thing. Yeah, that's what I mean when I say that that's something that I want to learn, is that, like, I feel like my art ought to be more contrasty. I feel like I never let the shadows get as dark as they ought to. You know what I mean? I feel like when I shade shit, like, yeah, it kind of just stays within this kind of, like, upper... Well, maybe just kind of... I do get pretty bright. So just like kind of this upper half, and then the darker shit I never do. But I should. Especially with gold surfaces, like if that's something they want to improve, like I at least understand the reasons why stuff like this in particular is like as hard to draw as it is infamous to be. Because there's like a lot of like light and dark values in it. And I feel like I just don't encompass all of it yet. And I need to. Okay, this is looking good. I'm gonna get this down here too. Bald shading? Maybe so. Just a little bit. As a treat. Oh, I did want to come back for that little hair thing. And I still gotta do the gradient pass, which will probably take us straight to 2. God, I'm just still thinking about Magic Pen Gel, though. Personally, I'm a bit more partial to pronouncing it like Magic Pengel, like a penguin or something. You could make a Magic Penguin in Magic Pen Gel if you wanted. Alrighty. Let's do a quick save on that, and bust open a new layer, name of Gradient. And then I just gotta do this a bunch. I'm also not sure how healthy of an artistic technique this is, but I feel like it helps. Just a little bit. Okay, so now I gotta select all the black surfaces. Like so. Double check that that's all of them. Perfect. Close that, select shading. I'm gonna need to turn off the highlight layer too in case I click anything that's like not correct. Yeah, I just like go bottom to top with that, and then I like make it half transparency at the end. Oh, I never did the cape! I never like shaded that. This bitch has been here all along. Might be another thing that I come back to off stream. I don't know. I did learn quite a bit from my sleeve business, so next step is to acquire an actual cape. And then like, okay, now I get it. Should probably lock this as well. Actually, this is... that's like 15 minutes along. For the last 10 minutes, I'll switch to another new track. And I'm kind of feeling like, what's like the overworld for Future Connected? I want to like just listen to the regular Bionic Shoulder, not like the town theme. Oh, here we go. I recall really liking this one. Yes. Yes. Jesus Christ. It's nice to think that for as much as like as many pieces of the Xenoblade series have like fallen apart, that the music team is still popping off though. Oh, I should get the face in here with this too though. Gotta get this, gotta get this, gotta get this. Yes, skin confirmed. Target acquired. Is it though? Did I get all of it? Double check? Yeah. I'm gonna have to come back to that same effect on the inner lace bits though. Gotta make sure I don't forget to do that. So I need to get these gray surfaces, I need to get the gold surfaces, and I think that'll be the last of it. Oh, and the hair and Keaton. Yeah, see, that's why I didn't want the highlight on, because I could have, like, accidentally, like, misclicked some of the white parts. Big mistakey. Mario make a big mistakey. Bye-bye! I will leave it up to you to interpret what this means. I don't know myself. It just kind of channels through me. Oh! Fuck, this part. One big pass. Okay, okay. One more. See, so with like the gradient like at full opacity, it's like, well, you kind of just lose the whole legs, just kind of gulps all that up. Speaking of, I did not get the lace bits, so I'll come back for those. But if you like do this effect and then you cut it to like 50, and then you like toggle it back and forth? Oh, my headphones just died. Cool. It looks like that this is still playing though, so I think I will just take my headphones off. I guess I got through a full loop, a single full loop with that at the very least. But yeah, I feel like with 50 on, you toggle that on and off. Kind of looks better with, doesn't it? I don't know. I think so. And if it doesn't, please leave a comment between now and the 14th and I can change it still. Yeah, I was maybe thinking like doing a background or like some passes, some overlay stuff. I think that's just something that I can come back to. Oh, grading. I'll do grading before I leave, because I've like forgotten about it like several times within just this this actual session. If I like save it, put it away, come back, never gonna realize that it's like this tiny little thing that I missed. Nobody will notice it, but I will, and it'll haunt me. I'll go to something like, fuck, I can't edit my Twitter art, so I can't like change. I can't go back and add the gradients. It'll always be too late. Not anymore. Doing this is how I sleep at night. Maybe that's why I don't, because I go to sleep and I draw in my sleep. It's a very efficient workflow. And then cape. Which I will just, I don't know, let's fucking put a gradient on. I don't know, fuck around and find out. Croissant? It's fine for like a temp to put the gradient there, and only the gradient for now. But yeah, I think this is a good place to leave Galaxy Gallery here. I'm very pleased with how this came out. This sleeve shit, actually insane. And I'm glad that you guys, some of you at least, stuck around for it. Actually, all of you. You all stuck around to some degree. Someone's got to have healthier sleep than mine. I think if we were all like me, all of our bodies around the world would be just a little bit worse. But yeah, thank you for watching. If you enjoyed what you saw, you can follow me here on Twitch or on YouTube at The Full Galaxy, where all the VODs are, plus highlights and more. It's been weeks. I gotta like remember what my own outro is. You can also subscribe to me here on Twitch if you particularly enjoyed the stream. You can also follow me on Twitter, Tumblr, Pillowfort, and see, Pillowfort used to be part of my outros, like even back when it was like in beta, but it's out now. Can you follow me on Pillowfort? I don't know. And Discord. There is a Discord server with all sorts of channels for you guys to hang out in, both on and off stream. And if any of what I just mentioned interests you, then you can check out the links to everything that I just mentioned in the Twitch cards below. If you are watching this live, or in the YouTube description, if you are watching the VOD. With that, we do have a little bit of art from Femi, and I'm going to read the description here. Okay. Work in progress of a game project. The game is a Pokemon-like auto-battler. Over the course of a game, about 30 minutes, you collect monsters and put together a team to battle in encounters. Battles play out automatically, so the main gameplay focus is putting together a good team. Having X number of monsters of an element or clan has a bonus effect. As of now, all the core mechanics are already in. I'm currently working on adding content, monsters, moves, and levels. After that, I'll do polish, make the UI actually usable, add better move animations, sound, etc. And here we have some screenshots. Ooh! This is on some Magic Pen Gel shit. Wow! I love Red Spiky Dog. Look at this expression. Look at this expression. Can I just... Hope you don't mind if I just, like, deface your art real quick, but, like... Does anybody else kind of like a fucking, I don't know how to do the fucking Doge eyes. It looks almost like Doge. A little bit. What a beautiful smile. I'm just immediately, like, drawn to this. These are like Neopets. I like these. Ooh. Oh, I love the fish. Look at the colors on this one. We got Shapeman. Are these like evolution lines, or are they just different kinds? This is Desert Pea. We got the Zappy. There's some information I learned recently regarding something that zaps to the extreme, but I'll come back to that another day. That's a developing situation. These are beautiful. Bit of a cat catcher kind of moment. You got some more stuff here. Okay, cool. Yeah, the concept already sounds interesting. All your little like software projects are already like, ooh. And then Femi's coming in with some more monster designs here, which I'll also kind of just pop in as we go. I love this little fella, this little friend. They are evolutions? Okay. Oh, I love this one. This one's really cool. I like it. I love the colors on this. It's like a watermelon. Oh. This one looks very mischievous. Bee Gang! Oh, these ones remind me a lot of Hollow Knight. These are really cute. I say this having never seen a Hollow Knight bee, so I suppose I'll never really know. These ones also seem like they're angry. This one seems nice, but this one's like... You shouldn't fuck with it. They're called a Beanie Knight? Is it because they're a teeny bee? Silky Wings, Angifer. Aw. It must be fun to, like, make character designs and then come up with, like, kind of Pokemon and names for it. That's cool. Yeah. Definitely, like, keep me in the loop. Like, keep sending stuff in, like, from this for art if you're ever making stuff for it, because this looks cool. However, that, I believe, is the only thing that we have for art tonight. So, thank you again very much for watching, for tuning in, and I'll hopefully see you guys tomorrow. Have a good night.